What's up, everybody? It's the boy King Hussle. Yes, it's the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here. King Hussle. King Hussle X1M, no rags, just riches. King Hussle Crazy Reactions, the Hussle Family, turn motivation into means, dog pound exotic pups, Goosebumps horror stories, sleeping with the rain, Walking Man King Hussle 2.0, and King Hussle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on my Twitch, King Hussle Live. I do all my freebies from the King Hussle Live YouTube and Twitch. So make sure you go subscribe to the Twitch and make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, King Hussle Live, because you don't want to miss out on nothing for free. All right, so make sure you all tap into that. Also, make sure you tap into my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, at the bottom of the description, all my social media links will pop up. All right, got a lot of fake King Hussle pages out there, so please get a FaceTime verification call or a video. Make sure you see this face. Make sure you are doing legit business and you are getting what you paid for. All right. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only. Not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hussle fans, supporters, subscribers, my real Hussle Nation Empire family members. And we are back at it again with the gems. We are back at it again with the sauce. We back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero? You ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen. Because I already know when I drop these videos, there's some information that's going to help you win. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about Prosper. Yes, Prosper. They're giving out personal loans, credit cards, home equity, investing. They got it all what you need. All right, they're giving out personal loans up to $50,000, and they're working with people with bad credit. Yes, people with bad credit. All right, so in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down and dropping gems on how you can structure your credit profile in order for you to start getting approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And also understanding your debt to income ratio, because a lot of people just think because you have bad credit, these banks are going to give you a loan automatically because you have bad credit. No. You still have to make money, you still have to make enough money, you still got to have a decent credit profile to show that you can manage money, because nobody is just going to lend anybody any money just because you need it, especially with bad credit. So with that being said, let's get into it, how you need to structure your credit profile in order so you can start getting approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, and leverage it towards your personal credit, towards your business credit, start getting major funding. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the gym. So it's a lot of people out there trying to figure out how they can start getting major funding, and how they can start getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. A lot of people want to get rich off credit. A lot of people want to become self-made millionaires and successful entrepreneurs with credit. And it's not hard. You just got to have the resources and the information to do it the proper and correct way. So first things first, you got to understand that you need to make enough money to get some money lent to you. If you are not making any money, you don't have any income coming in, it's going to be hard for you to get a loan. Now, there are people out here that are getting approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit that don't have jobs, that don't never file taxes or barely got a bank account. But just because they understand that some banks, all they're looking for is documentations, that it's easy to alter documentations, which will allow them to be able to get approved for any loan, credit card, or line of credit with this altered information on this documentation, which is what they need to be able to get approved for whatever limit that they're trying to get. All right, so understand that if there's a will, there's a way. So for all my people out there with jobs, that file taxes, that work hard, don't cut yourself short. Don't sell yourself short. Don't give up too easy. Believe in yourself, because you letting people who don't got this information get loans, and you sitting back working hard all day and you need this money, don't do that to yourself, all right? Because I'm going to be here to help you, and I'm going to show you how to get a loan, all right? So your credit profile is everything, and your debt to income ratio is everything, all right? So how much money do you make a month? They want you between 36% and 45% debt to income ratio, meaning that if you make $4,000 a month, they don't want you. You should. Okay, let me give you an example. If you make $4,000 a month and you paying $2,000 a month in bills, that's 50% DTI. That means you're already over the marker, already over the percentage that they're looking for. Some banks want you under 36%. Some want you at 36. Some will allow you to be between 36 and 45%. So understanding what bank lender group that you are applying for or using to get this loan, make sure you understand what their requirements are, because every bank, every lender does not have the same requirements. So you won't have to go through the same process with every bank, lender, and group, right? So understanding your debt to income ratio, that's how you calculate it. So all you gotta do is do 4,000 times 36%. That's how you get your the number you need to be at, or just 36% times whatever that you make a month. That's what you need to be at. All right, and that's your debt to income ratio. Then they look at your credit profile, your credit worthiness. How long have you been managing debt? What's your payment history like? How much debt do you have at the time that you're applying for loans? Now, people don't understand that there's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt is the debt that you get and you pay down each month on time, and you're paying down that number. That means if you get an auto loan, you get a car loan, you get a brand new car, and each month you make your payments on time and you pay down that loan, you pay it off. That's good debt. Bad debt is when you get an auto loan and you stop making payments after 6, 7 months or a year, and then it gets repoed. That's bad debt that's being reported to your credit report. A lot of people don't know the difference between the two, and a lot of people are different. A lot of people are under the impression that being debt-free is the way to be, which is 100% false. You need to have debt, and you need to show that you can manage money on your credit profile in order for these banks, lenders, and groups to be able to fund you and show on paper that you can manage money. So understanding that good debt and bad debt, two different things. So you need more good debt. You need as much good debt as you can to be reporting to your credit report in order for you to get as much funding as you can. It's because you got a lot of debt being reported that you're managing, and you make enough money, you'll be getting approved for these high limit loans. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. Like I said, they hear bad credit loan, they jump up off the computer or the phone, they go apply and get mad when they don't get approved. It is more than bad credit. It's a lot of people out here that has debt that they can manage. A lot of people out here that has jobs to make enough money just to have bad credit. Bad credit is anywhere from 620 and under. So it's a lot of people that's working on their credit, that's getting their credit scores and credit profiles organized, that's able to get these loans with bad credit. Not just somebody that don't got nothing going on in life, no job, no W-2s, number 5 taxes, can't manage money. You're not going to get approved. All right, so understand that. So once people are out here just saying, okay, I need more debt, I need more good debt to be reporting to my credit profile in order so I can get approved for these loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. So what can I do? So people are getting trade lines. Now, a lot of people don't understand that trade lines are debt. When you buy trade lines, they are reported to your credit report as a trade line, which means it is a debt being reported, and each month that you pay on it, you're paying it down, which will report as good payment history, which is helping your debt, payment history, and age on your credit report. So that's why people buy and look for trade lines all day, every day, because they need them. They need the debt, they need the payment history, they need the age. There are a lot of sites that offer trade line packages. Some of them high, some of them medium. So you gotta do your research on that. Unique Primary Trade Lines offers up to almost 55,000, almost up to $500,000 in trade lines. No, it's 500 auto, no 500 mortgage. It's over $500,000 in trade lines, all right, and primary trade lines at that report to your credit report. So check out Unique Primary Trade Lines. Trade Line with Gambles has trade line packages, and you can buy them separate. CreditStrong.com has a $10,000 trade line. Magnum Credit has a $30,000 trade line. Unique Self-Ables in the Kickoffs have primary trade lines. Secured loans and credit cards are primary trade lines, and you can start your own credit limit with those. Trade Line Supply has AU accounts, which is credit card trade lines that you can buy, which is called AU accounts, authorized users or lines of credit that you can buy from $1,000 to $100,000. So there's so many ways and so many places that you can go to buy accounts to report to your credit report, so you can start building your credit profile and start getting major funding. So with that being said, you got to understand, the more debt that you show on your credit report that you can pay and manage for a duration of time, longevity will help you get approved for loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. Yo! You snoring loud as hell. Go in the theater. My bad, y'all. Lines of credit. So once you get all that together, once you get your credit profile together, once you get all the trade lines and show that you can manage debt, and you show that you make enough money and your debt to income ratio is under 36%, then we said everything on the personal side is meant for primary trade lines. We just getting these accounts on the primary side, on the personal side, to build our credit. We're not getting these loans, credit cards, and lines of credit to max them out. No, these are to build our personal credit report. So Prosper, they have personal loans through Prosper, trusted since 2005. Checking your rate won't affect your credit score, and they have loans up to from $2,000 to $50,000. Great, get your funds as soon as 1 business day. No prepayment penalties. So they got the best personal loan for you, whether you want to consolidate debt to lower your monthly payments, finish a home improvement project, pay off medical debt, buy a car, or take a vacation, you can apply for a fast, easy personal loan through Prosper today. All right, so they got a lot of different options. So check your rate. Safely share your basic information and expenses information with us to see what interest rate you may qualify for. Choose a loan to customize your monthly payment rate that work best for you to pay off your 2 to 5 years. Get your funds. Receive money lightly and fast through direct deposit. All right, so what is a personal loan? What do you get with a personal loan? Will I have to pay fees? What if I don't qualify for a personal loan? Things like that. So what credit score do you need for a loan through Prosper? So like I told you guys before, every individual has a different and unique financial situation. That said, if your credit score is under 600, you may not qualify for a loan through Prosper. The best way to know if you're eligible to receive personal loan through Prosper is to apply. So you may apply. All right, so that's why I tell y'all, bad credit is 620 and under. So I know some people who have got approved through Prosper with credit scores under 600, but it wasn't for $50,000. It was for lower amounts. So understand that the lower your credit score, the lower you'll probably get approved for, just to show that you can manage money. So eligibility for personal loans with the $50,000 depends on a number of factors, including but do not limit to your financial history, credit score, monthly income, monthly expenses, debt to income ratio. Eligibility for personal loans is not guaranteed and requires sufficient investor commitments to fund. All personal loans made by a web bank ISO, like I told you, all those are determined if you will get approved, if you will not get approved, and what your APR will be. All right, so that's just their personal loans. They working with people with $50,000. They got kind of a more strict program over there, but it's not strict. 600 is very doable, so anybody can really get to that 600 credit score. Then you got the Prosper card, no annual fee for the first year on auto pay, credit limit up to of $3,000 plus, initial line of $500 to $3,000 with automatic reviews and increases, instant access to credit, 50% of your credit line of approved, and the rest when your credit arrives, fraud protection, financial resources. So they got a credit card up to $3,000 that you can get. Check them out with that Prosper card. All right, so make sure you guys are checking out Prosper Credit. Prosper Funding, man. They'll help you out, man. They help you get the bag. All right, so go check them out. Get your credit together, get approved, get that primary trade line, and start building your personal credit. All right. Shout out to all my real King Hussle fans, supporters, and subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. You motivate me to keep going. You motivate me to keep dropping the sauce, and you motivate me to keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 unlimited gems is $1,000, but for limited time only, I'm doing it for 600. Yes, 600 Cash App or Bitcoin payment. Once the 600 is on your Cash App or Bitcoin balance, send me a screenshot, let me know your payment ready, and we will go from there. All right, no screenshots, no replies, no 21 questions, and please do not yo me. Also, make sure y'all tapping in and getting these YouTube faces. Wrong channel. Make sure y'all tapping in with the Crypto Tour in person limited gem, $6,500, $500 deposit. The rest of the money we in person. Make sure y'all tapping in with the credit mentorship, $2,500 and up. Trade lines not included. Make sure y'all tapping in to my reaction channel, to my Telegram and my Potato app. Millionaire Network is my channels. Go subscribe to both apps. Millionaire Network, Telegram, and Potato app. That's the new app for people. Make sure you tap in to still look for people for the production company. Still look for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, and women, gamers, streamers, and content creators. We're gonna do a lot of skits, blogs, movies, music videos, traveling, networking, and having fun. Make sure you go tap into all my channels on YouTube, from King Hussle X1, my music channel, King Hussle Crazy Reactions, King Hussle Live, and my Twitch, King Hussle Live. I do all my freebies and giveaways. Milwaukee Made, King Hussle 2.0, and No Rags, Just Riches. Make sure you follow me on my clothing brand on IG, Hussle Department, Hussle Department in French, and make sure you follow my main IG, King Hussle X1M, right? So, that being said, man, it's your boy King Hussle. Y'all know how to get down in these videos. I'll see you at the next lesson or video. Peace.